Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Kingdom Hearts. Me playing Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories. In the last episode, we arrived in Olympus Coliseum. Oh, this guy wants to smoke. In this episode, we are going to finish Olympus Coliseum and enter our final Disney World for Chain of Memories. But first, these guys. Damn, so close to leveling up to, I guess Hades will be that level up. So, one that equals up to 30. I can give you that. Weaker cards. I should be using those more often. I am not. Alright. Oh, god damn it, I always do that. Let's beat up the god of dead. The god of the underworld. With that smoke, Hades. Look at him. Dumbass motherfucker. Here, I'm gonna do it. Do it. Alright. So far, so good. Do it. Do it. Go, go. There we go. Alright, I don't know why you missed most of that. There we go. Beat him in like less than a minute. Let's go. Hades, I don't mess with you. So recently, I have finished Nier Replicant. The game fucked me up pretty good. I like Nier Automata when I played it. Loved it, actually. I still think Nier Automata is a little bit better. Just a little bit better. But Nier Replicant, not too bad either. Not too bad, in my opinion. Definitely a good play. I did get all 5 endings. Where the fuck am I? Oh. Play a pretty good game. I've started. I'm almost done with Mario RPG. I want to get back into Sparking Zero. I still have a couple story modes I haven't beaten in Sparking Zero, like Piccolo's, Future Trunks, Goku Black, Frieza, and Jiren's. I started through Piccolo's. I just kind of got bored, unfortunately. Should save. Then I started One Piece Odyssey because why not? And then Astrobot. That's basically everything I've been playing right now. And of course this. What do you guys say?
Vexen is no more.
RIP.
Yes, his scent is gone. Axel struck him down, something I find deplorable. Agents of the organization striking each other down.
Our problem is Sora. Vexen proved to be no match for him. Yet he's still under Naminé's control.
But we cannot eliminate Sora, can we?
Correct. For our superior, he is in dire need of the Hero of Light. When light loses sight of its path, we may find use for the dark. What we must do is obtain the darkness.
Poetry.
Riku, of course.
Just one card left. If I get through this, will I be free of the darkness?
Probably not. Alright. Cool. No little savey save, you know, just in case. You never know. No one will rewatch those cutscenes. Alright, let's enter our final world, our final Disney world for the game. Not our final world. We still have like 3 worlds after this. But the last world barely counts, like 4 rooms. It's insane. Yeah, give me that key of beginnings. Bum bum bum. See, I like Halloween Town in this game for Riku because we kind of get a look at a Halloween Town Riku. He's not perfect, but him and Mickey have this this shade to them. They're darker, so it's the closest thing that we ever get to a Halloween Town Riku and Mickey, which is neat. Oh God, Riku no. All right, well, I just left. Okay, not my plan. I did not want to get fucked. But we are slowly wrapping up on Chain of Memories. There's a lot of stuff that I want to maybe go over before we head into the next game. But we shall see within time. I'm trying to decide how I'm going to do Kingdom Hearts 2, how I really want to do it do that game in the future. But first we got to wrap up Chain of Memories. There's still, after this, maybe one more big video for Chain of Memories I want to do. But we'll see when we get there. How big is this world? Oh God, actually pretty big. Yeah. All right, we'll clear out this room. Pretty decent deck, not as good as Olympus, but you know, Olympus had the best deck so far. All right, no one else up there. Yeah, go over here. Question of the day. I kind of went over what I was playing earlier, but if you read manga or comics or novels or anything, what are you reading? I mainly read manga. I'm not gonna lie. I don't. Comics I'll read every now and then, and novels I've just never been a big fan of. But I read a lot of manga. I've been reading a lot of stuff recently. Like, I think it's the most I've been in manga since I was in like high school. Like, it's been insane the amount of manga I've read recently. Let's see. Let me go over everything I'm reading. Oh God, I don't want to use those. I've been rereading Katekyo Hitman Reborn, one of my favorite series of all time, and it is continued to be one of my favorite series. In fact, it's actually even gone up higher in my opinion since I started rereading it. I remember when I've only ever watched the anime, and then I've read the final 2 arcs. Did not like the Daily Life arc when I first watched it in anime form. Was not a big fan of the Daily Life arc, but after reading it, I think it's a lot better. A lot better than I remembered. It sets up a lot of stuff that maybe it wasn't intentionally supposed to, but it did, and I like that. So I've been reading Reborn. I'm in the Virari arc. Virari, whatever you want to call it. Let's see what kind of room we're going to go to. Would like to go here. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I've been reading a manga from the 80s called Godsiders. It's like a mix of like JoJo and like Saint Seiya. Just a bunch of guys in suits fighting devils, siders. I don't really know how to explain it. I have 10-ish chapters in. I've been reading that one pretty slowly, but I've been enjoying that one too. Outside of that, I just finished reading JoJo Part 1. I've seen all of JoJo. Like I've watched the entire anime, and I've read part 7 and 8. I've not started part 9 yet. I might do that in the future. But recently, I've been buying JoJo volumes. I read a lot of my manga. It depends. If I read it physically or digitally, it just depends the type of series. Like Godsider and Hitman Reborn, I really can't read physically. Hitman Reborn only goes up to so many volumes, and Godsider I can't. But JoJo, I've been reading. I read that physically. I just finished part 1. I plan on reading parts 1 through 5 because I've only ever watched it as an anime format. Where 6, I've seen it both anime and manga. So yeah, I just finished part 1. Pretty good, honestly. Gets a lot of unnecessary hate. In my opinion. Very excited to get the part 2 when I do, and then part 3, 4, and 5. Oof, that's gonna be good. I've been reading Dragon Ball for a couple years now, very slowly. I just got to the Tournament of Power in the manga. I read all of Dragon Ball Super in manga format, but I'm rereading it all as one big collective to see how it flows as a story. Dragon Ball Z was great. So I've been reading Super. I've been reading it as I buy it, so this one's been a little bit slower. But yeah, I just got to the Tournament of Power in the manga. And you know what? Dragon Ball Super's manga, pretty okay. I remember not liking it originally, like at least like the Tournament of Power anime stuff, but I've been enjoying it more recently. I think it skips a lot of stuff that I'm not a big fan of, but like Goku Black, I remember thinking like, oh, that was great in the manga. Really? It wasn't that great. Really wasn't. Which sucks because the anime version isn't a lot better, but outside of a handful of stuff, I would say the anime version is a lot better for Goku Black. I know that's blasphemy. I know everyone likes the manga version better because some moments, but and it is not as great. Like there are some moments that are definitely better in the manga, but as a collective, Goku Black is just better experienced in the anime, in my opinion. I haven't watched Dragon Ball Super in a long time. I actually plan on rewatching it eventually, coming up soon. But yeah, man, I was not a big fan of that arc in the manga when I just read it. What else have I been reading? Of course, I have my like stuff that I keep up with as they release chapters. You know, like One Piece. I read that weekly, or when I read it when it releases, I should say, not weekly. Outside of that, Boruto, D. Gray Man. There's 2 series I've been reading as they get translated, fan translated, and that is Sakage Okuju. No, I've already finished Sakage Okuju. It's Otopiki Gaki Daisho. I'm pretty sure I've glazed it on here before, but very fun manga from the 60s, which is, I think, one of the most important manga ever, in my opinion. And then Hell Teacher Nube. It gets chapters very slowly, but I've been trying to keep up with that as they release as well. And that's basically it. There's a lot of manga I do actually plan on starting soon. I've been kind of buying a couple volumes in preparation for it. Yu Yu Hakusho. I've watched the entirety of the anime. It's one of my favorite series of all time. Number 3, top 3. I've never read the manga. Or I've read very little of the manga. And I need to heal. Heal. But yeah. I almost have all the volumes of that. I'm missing like 10, 16, 17, 18, and 19. And I'll have all of Yu Yu Hakusho. I'm going to start reading that soon. Probably very soon, very soon. And then Berserk. I have like the first of 5 volumes. I've been buying the single ones. I know the hardbacks are very nice, but I just want to read the single volumes. Just because I've had them for a little bit. But yeah, I remember I tried reading Berserk a while ago, and I just didn't really have time to invest into a manga like that, since it's very long, and But now I'm ready to invest into Berserk. And I'm pretty excited for Berserk, honestly. That is probably a very anticipated one. It's like one of the last major, like, big series I have yet to experience. And yeah, I'm pretty excited. Yeah, so I'll be starting those soon. I kind of like buy volumes, read them, and then I'll like do it. It's like a bi-weekly thing, I would say. I want to try to start doing. Like, I'll probably buy like once I catch up to their certain volumes. Like JoJo, I already own all of part 2 physically, so I'll just read that, and then I'll start buying the part 3 volumes as I go. And then, yeah, Dragon Ball Super I'm almost caught up with. I have a couple volumes of Berserk. I got to go until... And then Yu Hakusho, I should be pretty good until volume 10, so... I don't have to actually... Dragon Ball Super is the only thing I really gotta buy. Coming up. I do plan on rereading all of Super. I might honestly not read it if they... I mean, I know there's that one shot coming out, but like, I just want to catch up with Super. With my reread. Then Daima, I still have to watch Daima. I have not gotten around to watching Daima at all. I mean, I've watched like the first 5 or 6 episodes, and I really love it. I really do. I just haven't had time to sit down and watch it. Just doing a lot of other stuff recently. Very busy. But you know, it's easier to read some manga chapters at work than there it is to watch an anime. Because I'm at work, I get a little tiny second to myself. I can read a couple pages just with the type of work I do. But there's all types of manga I plan on reading soon. Like, I've been in a big manga kick recently. Like, I bought a couple volumes, just random volumes the other day of like Dandadan, Kagurabachi, and the Elusive Samurai. I've read a little bit of Dandadan in the past. Like last year, I read a little bit of Dandadan because I had a friend hyping it up to me, and I enjoyed it. Again, I just didn't really keep up with it. I got a little bored, but now I'm ready to like fully invest in it. So I bought like the first 2 volumes. And then Elusive Samurai, I'm a fan of the author's past work in Assassination Classroom, which is another series I want to actually read because I've only watched the anime. And then Kagurabachi is being glazed right now, and I figured, why not? Yeah, no, my big thing is I've watched a lot of anime, so now I'm going back and reading the manga versions of a lot of these anime. I just really get that nice comparison. I like doing that. And then some of my favorite series, I've been going back and just rereading them in general. I need a heal. Perfect. Oh, never mind. Yeah, like Toriko I read like last year. Now I'm reading like Hitman Reborn. The next will be like Beelzebub or like Medaka Box, D Gray Man. Like those series I have read, or like I've read a bit of it. Just want to get fresh opinions, see if I still like them. And yeah, I still really like Toriko. And I still really like Hitman Reborn, so I think so far it's been a fun success. In fact, I come out of these series liking them even more. Like that's the thing. I've been coming out liking them even more. I liked Toriko even more after I read it, because I watched the anime for Toriko, and then once that ended, I read the manga. You know, the anime's not that great, but I've enjoyed it. I think Hitman Reborn's anime still holds up, in my opinion, in some spots. Damn, he really wanted to fight that fool. Yeah, y'all got weak cards. Get him, Riku. There we go. Glad we went darkness for that. But yeah, it's been a fun time to read manga. I've been definitely getting back into it. There was a couple years, I think, mainly like right around when the pandemic started, that, I mean, I was still reading a lot, but I just kind of fell out of love with it. Like, I was not reading as much as I was. Like, it took me forever to finish something like Death Note, which is not that long of a series. I never like Bakuman. When I was reading that, I was only reading like a chapter a day. Same with like Kinnikuman, I would only read like a chapter a day. Captain Tsubasa, Bobobo, City Hunter. I know it seems like a lot. Like, oh, what do you mean you weren't reading a lot? Like, comparatively, I was not reading a lot. Oh, fuck me. It's gonna be zigzagged. You know what? It's a fitting world. Fitting card for this world. Oh, god damn it. Am I gonna have to go up and go down? Fuck. Where y'all assholes at? JoJo Part 9, I need to actually sit down and start reading that. But I might wait until I finish my reread of all the other parts, and then I'll have a big collective of JoJo Part 9. And like, oh, how you reading that legally? Like, look, I say if you can, support the series in a legal manner. But if it's not translated, it's not translated. Or if the translation is a little bad, because sometimes Viz fucks it up. Read it legally. You know what? Fuck it. I don't care. As of right now, I say illegally is fine, because for certain stuff, not all of it. Like I said, stuff like Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece can get annoying, but I still read it. I read like pretty much One Piece and like all that stuff on the Viz Media website. I don't pay for the Shonen Jump app because I don't know, just like I buy stuff physically. If I want to read it, I'll probably buy it physically. But that's just me. Shonen Jump app is like such a good deal though. Sure, why not? Then like there's there's stuff like, because I read a lot of older manga, like Kinnikuman isn't illegally translated. Last time I checked, I don't think City Hunter was. Captain Tsubasa. What else? I guess, like I said, Godsider, Sakage Okuchijuku. Otopiki Gaki Daisho. Just a lot of series that I want to read that's older, isn't. Okay, I can go over there. At least I'll have a route to the exit. Oh, we're about to be done. This episode, probably after this fight, I think I'll call it an episode. It's been a fun episode though. So as always, people, comment, like, subscribe. And have a nice day. Bye-bye.